Hey there, welcome to 11.8 rational equations. What we're going to be doing here is going to be solving some rational equations. You've already done this before, where we have actually solved proportions. And if you remember, proportions are where you have two fractions on one side or on each side of an equal sign, and then we can set them equal to each other. So let's look at our vocab here. We're going to have a rational equation. This contains one or more rational expressions. So whenever you want to solve these, when it is a proportion, you can actually use, see, a proportion, you can actually use cross multiplying. Now some people may also refer to this as what we call the heart method. I don't like to refer to it as that because I do not have a heart, so as most of you know. So we're going to solve it using cross multiplying. So let's look at example 1. Here we need to solve the equation and check our solution. So we are going to use cross multiplying, and if we take the top left, which is 7, times the bottom right, which is y plus 1, we're going to write that out. Don't forget your parentheses around your y plus 1, it is a binomial. And then we're going to multiply the top right times the bottom left, so we have 3 times a y minus 3. From here, now that we're rid of the fractions, what we can do is we can distribute on both sides of our equation. And so let's take 7 times a y, which gives us 7y. We're going to take 7 times a 1, which gives us 7. And then we're going to take 3 times a y, and then we're going to take 3 times negative 3, which is a negative 9. So now we have an equation with a variable on both sides of your equal sign. So in order to get your y's by itself, let's subtract 3y to both sides, and those will cancel out on the right. And if we combine them on the left, 7 minus 3 gives us a 4y. Now we also need to get rid of the 7, so we're going to subtract 7 to both sides. And when you subtract 7's on the left, they will cancel out. And then on the right, negative 9 minus 7 is a negative 16. Don't forget your negative. So now this is much lovelier. If you have 4y is equal to negative 16, divide both sides by 4, and you end up getting a lovely answer of y equals negative 4. Now it does say in the directions to make sure you check your solution. The way you do that is you need to make sure your denominator is not equal to 0. So if you take this negative 4, and if you plug it back into each of your denominators, you just have to make sure it is not equal to 0. So on the left, negative 4 minus 3 is a negative 7, so we're good there. On the right, negative 4 plus 1 is a negative 3. So in that, if that's the case, that means we can, keep getting all these extra little boxes here. Don't know what's going on. See if I can do it. Nope, can't do it here either. See if we can undo that, and there we go. So your answer is y equals negative 4. Now let's do the problem on the right. For B, example 1b, we're going to take 8 times x minus 6, and don't forget your parentheses around your x minus 6. On the right, you're going to get the 2 times the x plus 3, which gives us a 2 times the quantity of x plus 3. And when you do the distributive property, 8 times x and 8 times negative 6 gives you 8x minus 48. And on the right, 2 times x gives us 2x. Oops, what's that weird thing there? 2x plus a 6. So don't forget to multiply by both terms. So now we just have to combine our x's on one side of our equal sign and then put our numbers on the other side. So let's go ahead and subtract 2x. And when we do that, they cancel on the right. On the left, we're going to end up with just a 6x, and we need to get rid of that minus 48 as well. So let's go ahead and add 48 to both sides. And you get 6x is equal to 6 plus 48, which is a 54. If we divide both sides by 6, divide by 6, you get x is equal to 9. So now you need to check your 9. So if you plug a 9 back into the right side, 9 minus 6 is a 3, so that doesn't equal 0. 9 plus 3 is 12. That doesn't equal 0 either. So we can put a box around our answer, x minus 9. And that, my friends, is how you solve proportion.